Frank, absolute legend. What's it going to be like tonight?
Homecoming, should we say? Like Reading and Leeds Festivals. This is my 9th year in a row. That's the record by miles. This is my home festival, you know, and like I'm doing like almost this is like a low-key year for me. You know, I'm just playing solo, playing one of the small stages, and I just feel like it's an evening with my mates. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's around the campfire, sort of like.
Fantastic. There'll be quite a few mates there, though, won't there? There'll be a large campfire.
Well, hopefully. Who knows? You never know. You should always be ready. You should always be ready for the public to desert you in this game. But hopefully, there will be a lot of people there.
Can I just ask, Leeds has obviously played a big part in your life and your musical career.
Yeah.
How important do you think festivals remain for bands now?
I think they can be very important. I think that sort of festival culture, particularly in this country, has become a thing unto itself, which I really love. There are bands that do just fine without festivals in their life, but personally it's been a really big thing for me, and I think that, yeah, they can be very important.
Now, you've just got a new album out.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? And
It's called Positive Songs to Negative People. It's a record about surviving a fall, essentially. The previous record I did was called Take That Car, and it was about breakup, it was about failure and collapse and all these other shiny, happy things. And the process of getting through quite a difficult time in my life, part of the catharsis was writing that record. And when I sat down to write a new one, there was a feeling of kind of liberation and relief. You know, it's like, right, I can finally stop writing songs about being a prat and breaking someone's heart. So yeah, it was. It's a pick-me-up record. It's a happy, by my standards, happy record.
now, how, an established artist like yourself, do you feel any commercial pressure to sell records now, or are you writing for yourself, for even your friends, or even a lover or an ex-lover? You know?
I feel very strongly that the only honest audience for any artist in any field is your own best judgment, and if you're writing for anything other than that, then you're a sellout. That's the only thing the word sellout means. It doesn't mean anything else at all, to me, personally. So yeah, I mean, I always write for myself. I mean, there were. This is my 6th record. You know, there were days when I did. I think probably around my 3rd album, because my 2nd one was the one that got successful. I allowed myself to be pressured a little bit on the 3rd one. Nowadays, I'm too long in the tooth to give a toss. Do you know what I mean? I just do what I do, and I suppose there are people who attempt to exert pressure here and there, and I laugh at them because 9 times out of 10 I've been doing this longer than they have anyway.
Do you recall your first performance at the Leeds Festival? Can you still remember?
I do. I was playing in a band called Million Dead, and it was 2003, and we played it a Thursday night. And we didn't play Reading, we just did Thursday night at Leeds. And it was the first time I ever played at a festival.
And what were your good memories? Did it go well?
I seem to remember being a good gig by our standards. I'm not sure, looking back, how polished a band we were, actually. But, I mean, I'm proud of what we did in that band. I think we're a good band, but I'm rather better practiced than this stuff now.
If you were going to give some advice, there's a lot of young bands here this year. Obviously, the BBC introduction stage doing a lot of work to get young bands heard. If you were going to give some advice to a young band, quite simply, what would it be?
Throw absolutely everything into it, 100%. There's absolutely no point in doing any of this, any aspect of any tiny part of this, if you're holding anything back. You might as well not bother. Do you know what I mean? Put your entire heart and soul on the stage and leave it there and walk off.